guys, welcome back to Making Food Monday. This week is our unofficial last day of summer. So we packed everybody up, we went to the beach, we spent the whole day there, and now it's time for dessert. So to celebrate our very last day of summer, so we're gonna have a special dessert. And I have been trying to find a cobbler recipe that would work in my pressure cooker. And I think I finally found something that's gonna work even better than what I had before. So today, I'm making a chocolate blackberry dump cake. Today's recipe is super easy, you guys. I've got some thawing blackberries here. I've got some sugar. I've got a devil's food cake mix. I've got a stick of butter, and I've got some cooking spray. I'll need both of my cake pans that go inside. I'll need some aluminum foil, and I will need my trivet. And that is all we're gonna need for our recipe today, you guys. First step today is gonna be to spray our pans. These are already non-stick pans, but I spray them anyways just to make sure that we don't get anything stuck inside. So there we go, there's one. There's two. Okay, done. Now, since I've got frozen blackberries, I'm just gonna take a spoon and sort of break them apart. I don't want them super thawed because I don't want them to turn into just pure juice. Like you can see in the bottom of this bowl, there's already lots of juice down there. We're gonna use that juice, but we don't want all of our berries to turn to juice. So I'm just gonna kind of break those, break them up if I can without making a mess with my spoon here, so that I got them sort of less solid. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. Okay, now I feel like I need to mention, if you don't live in blackberry country and you don't have access to fresh blackberries like I do, that's perfectly okay because this recipe actually was not written for fresh blackberries. I actually pulled this recipe from canned fruit. So this is actually written for canned peaches. If you have canned fruit, you can use any can that you would like. That would work too. You're gonna use 2 cans of any fruit that you would like, but I have blackberries, so that's what I'm making. Okay, I'm gonna take my fruit and sort of line the bottom of each of my pans with it. Oops, trying not to make a mess. Oops. Okay, I have to tell you guys about another substitution I made. This recipe was made with a white cake or a vanilla cake. I actually chose devil's food cake because my sister made some cupcakes with chocolate cake that had blackberries on top, and it was delicious. And I thought, that's gonna make an amazing dump cake with devil's food cake. So we went ahead and bought the devil's food cake to go in this because I think that's gonna be delicious. If all you have is white cake, or if that's what you prefer, that's fine. We're going with devil's food because it was really good with the blackberry. Okay, so I'm gonna take my cake mix and open that up. And I'm gonna put about half on each cake here. Okay, now I have 2 reasons for doing this the way that I'm doing it. The first reason is I have no idea how sweet these berries are gonna be, and I wanna make sure that my cake is sweet enough. The other reason is Dad likes his blackberries to stay nice and tart. That's how he likes them. So I'm gonna add sugar to the top of one of these cakes, and the other one I'm gonna leave with no sugar on it. So to the cake that I have left, before I add the cake mix to the top, I'm actually gonna sprinkle that with sugar to sweeten my berries. Now I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of sugar to the top of one of my cakes. This actually might be a little bit too much. I might not add the whole thing. I don't want it to be super, super sweet. I just want it to be enough to cover all the berries. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the whole 1/4 cup. That's way too much. So I'm gonna cut it back to, let's call that 2 tablespoons instead. Oops. Okay, now I'm gonna sprinkle the rest of that onto the other cake. Making sure I get about half on each one. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna take my stick of butter and I'm only going to need 1/4 cup of it. So that's gonna be to this line right here, which is about 4 tablespoons. Take my little piece of butter and I'm gonna cut that into little slices and spread them around the top of both of my cakes here. I wanna make sure that there's a little butter kind of spread around everywhere here. That's gonna make this top nice and crunchy and crispy. Should probably cut them thinner than that, but it's gonna slippery. That was not working, you guys. So I took the slices that I had already put on the cakes off and I cut them into very small pieces. We're gonna try that again. So I've got my butter cut into these very small pieces and I'm just going to kind of put them around. Okay guys, now I'm gonna take my foil and I'm gonna cover both cake pans with foil across the top. There we go. Okay guys, now I'm gonna add 1 cup of water to the bottom of my pot. Then I'm gonna add my mini little homemade trivet. I've used this one before, that's why it's kind of ugly, but you just roll up the foil on both sides and make a little mini stand that goes in the bottom of your pot, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna take my sling that I made just by folding a piece of foil in a couple of pieces here. I'm gonna take my first cake and set it right in the middle of my sling. Then I'm gonna take the trivet that came with my pot and set it right on top of the first cake. And then I'm gonna add the second cake right to the top of that trivet. That way I can pick up both of my cakes using my sling and set them right down inside my pot. So I'm just gonna pick both of them up just like this and set them directly down on that trivet that I've already set inside. You see the trivet? I'm just gonna set them right on top of that trivet in the bottom. And then I'm gonna fold these over just like that so I can pick them up when I'm done. And now it's time to seal up our pot. Okay, so we're gonna go into our chicken function as usual because that's my high pressure. I'm gonna bring that time cook up to 35 minutes. There we are. And that's it, you guys. Now, because we're baking in our pressure cooker, it is gonna take a little bit longer than usual to cook anything. It usually doesn't take very long in the pressure cooker, but we do have to bake that cake. So it's gonna take a little bit longer. However, I do think that it's still gonna take less time than it would in the oven. And I just want to know if the pressure cooker can do it because I know that my crisp and my cobbler did not turn out exactly the way that I had wanted them to, but this one I've got a little bit more hope for just because it seems like that's going to make a nice crust on the top. So we're going to let this bake for 35 minutes and then we're going to let the pressure come down naturally for 5 minutes. Now we're baking, so this is very important that we follow these times exactly. Otherwise we'll have it all messed up. So 5 minutes after that timer goes off, we're going to go ahead and let all of the pressure out. But now, we wait. Okay guys, our time expired and it has been 5 minutes exactly. It is time to let our pressure out. Now we can open this up. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my cakes, pull them out, set them on my towel here. Try not to burn myself. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Stop. Okay. Now let's see who we got.
Good.
Okay guys, I planned to put these in the oven to crisp them up on top, but I'm not going to do that because I don't think it needs it at this point. I am a little concerned though that they might be just a little bit dry because I was supposed to use a can of fruit with the juice in there, and I just used the actual fresh fruit with the juice that was in there. So perhaps this isn't going to be quite as, I don't know, juicy as I was hoping. Maybe it's gonna be a little dry, but it smells really good and all we need to do is wait for it to cool and then we're gonna try them. Okay you guys, I was trying to decide if I should eat this warm or if I should let it cool completely, so I was kind of poking at it. There's still quite a bit of liquid underneath this little crust on top, so I think I actually might have created exactly what I was hoping to create. So I think we might just eat it hot with ice cream on top, you guys. So this is not the way that I intended to eat this, but it's so nice and warm and it's got that little crunchy top on it. I think I might just serve it up and have it hot with ice cream on top, you guys. That sounds kind of amazing. Okay, I've got it made and it's plated. Now all I need are my... Do it.
Guinea pigs! This one is the Batman one.
Whoa, the Batman one just flew in here. I barely saw it. Well, hello, smiley guinea pig.
I'm smiling.
And there's a ghost. Hello, ghosty guinea pig.
Ghosty pig.
And, oh, there's the dad. Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Okay, so it must be dessert time because everybody's already wearing jammies. Who thinks it smells awesome?
Me. I can't wait.
Blackberry-ish.
Well, I think because it's blackberry, Dad's going first.
Here it goes. That's chocolatey. Yummy. Chocolate and blackberry. So, when it came out, I was nervous that it was gonna be dry. It isn't dry at all. Really good flavor. Wow, that chocolate and blackberry mix. You cannot beat fresh blackberries. Yum.
How many
Love
thumbs
it.
are you gonna give that, Dad?
Really good. I like it a lot.
All right, who's next? Who's next? Mia.
Melted all the ice cream.
It was a little warm when I served it. Sorry if it melted all your ice cream.
Okay, I like melted ice cream.
That's a big bite. It might be hot.
No, it's not.
That's good.
You like it?
It's really good.
How many thumbs are you gonna give that, Miss Mia? Thanks. Looks like it's gonna be baby.
Yay! It's gonna scoop some ice cream.
It's so cool that you can have ice cream now, baby.
Yum!
Yeah? Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna taste the ice cream now. Whoa, the ice cream flavor is good.
Yeah?
And it's,
What do you think of the cake flavor?
I'm just gonna scoot this part off. It just is really yummy. Wow. Dad, you have to taste the juice.
Oh, I did.
How many thumbs do you want to give that? Oh, I get a round of applause. Whoa! Thanks, man. All right, Nano, wake up. Your turn.
Food. Food will revive me. I like mixing everything. Unless it's like something that you don't want to mix. Okay. Break. Oh man, the texture it's
Is it
really
good?
good.
You like the flavor?
Chocolate and blackberry goes good together.
Yeah.
Copycat.
Chocolate and mustard goes good.
So, how many thumbs are you gonna give that?
Now we're gonna give Mommy a round of applause.
That's how I was taught. That's what a round of applause is.
You guys are silly. Okay, eat up, you guys. My final thoughts. I think this recipe is so easy. This one, it really, it's a no-brainer. You put some fruit in the bottom, you put a cake mix on the top, you top it with butter, it's done. Really, there's nothing to it, but the cake itself, I thought it was gonna be dry. It's not dry, it just makes a crust on top. The one thing that I will change though next time that I make it, instead of using a 1/4 cup of butter and splitting it between both cakes, I will actually use a 1/4 cup each because the cake mix was still a little bit dry in the middle. And I think with more butter, that would have fixed that. The other thing is definitely eat it with ice cream. That definitely adds to the goodness of it. Other than that, yeah, this is good. It's kind of a no-brainer. Yes, we will do it again because it's so easy, it's so good, it's so fast. Yeah, we'll make this one again. 2 thumbs up. Who thought that cake was yummy?
Me. Mike gives it. Mike gives my sound like this.
I know, everybody gave thumbs like that today, huh? You guys are silly. So I take it you guys all approve of the flavor of that cake.
Yes.
I think the blackberry with the chocolate cake really, really goes well together. I think this one definitely tops the desserts that we've made before.
Easy.
What do you guys think? What's your favorite dessert?
Monkey bread, and then there goes this. Monkey bread is still
monkey
my
bread's still the
favorite.
top?
This?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like this.
Both? You like both of them?
Like this
Okay.
is monkey bread.
Well, you guys, now that we've had dessert and we've goofed around the whole day, did you guys have a good last day of summer?
Yeah.
It's time for bed.
Bye bye summer. And if you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to make this channel strong, share it with your friends. And now, good night, YouTube. See you tomorrow. Please subscribe now.